why you run the races, right?
We saw the leaders, the two Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks of Gragson and Bell, get together a bit. It's so hard to race side by side at this racetrack, Vince, because of the intense speeds they take down into the corner. So it wouldn't surprise me again to see more aggression as these laps wind down, guys really just pushing the issue and maybe getting themselves in trouble.
Well, we had a 17-minute red flag and backed it up with a 14-minute red flag. We haven't done much racing here in the last half hour, but I guarantee you, if we can stay green to the finish here, it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, we've already said that Austin Cindric will be the guy that makes it to Miami to race for a championship, but not so fast. If John Hunter Nemechek can somehow pull this thing off, we didn't think that was likely 30 minutes ago, but
there's been a lot going on in the last 30 minutes.
Does anybody come and pit, take...
No, we're not going to give up track position now, I don't think.
Jesse Little, the 97 driver, has been checked and released from the care center. Remember, if you're watching or looking to watch Washington and Stanford, it'll be on FS1 right here as soon as this race is complete. Currently airing on FS2 and also Fox Sports Go. But if you're looking for excitement, I don't think I'd go anywhere. I'd stay right here because it's going to be a shootout to the finish. It's a dash at this point.
I never, no way would have thought I would have said they're 6 wide down into turn 3. So Phil, remember at the top of the show what we say? Expect the unexpected. Yep. Well, I got my money's worth right there. I didn't think that was even possible, and as it turns out, it was.
We were tame for the first 80 laps or so.
Look back there at that snarling pack.
So that was after the last restart. Are we going to see something similar after this restart?
Sure wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if we can go 7 wide, can we?
Wow.
Look at just a great job by Todd Gilliland slipping by there. There's Chase Briscoe, who hasn't even been a part of the story tonight. He misses that big crash. Now he's in the top 10. Johnny Sauter has been as fast or maybe even faster than those two trucks on the front row, and he finds himself with a peek at the lead there.
Now, Mike, you said at the beginning of the show tonight, expect the unexpected, and I think 6 wide would qualify as the unexpected.
Way up there.
Yeah. Remember Dalton Sargent said, I think we were 3 wide or something like that.
Oh, no. Oh, that's
4, 5, 6.
Was that guy trying to go 6? Yeah, he was. There you go.
All right, they're getting lined up here.
I think I'm going to have my eye on Johnny Sauter. I think that these teammates on the front row, they could exchange sheet metal, putting Sauter in a good spot.
3 key storylines here. Who's going to win the race? Is it, maybe the 18, the 4, the 21 of Sauter, as you mentioned. Also the 19 of Austin Cindric, trying to hold on to that 4th and final spot for next week at Miami, or can John Hunter Nemechek work some magic here in the final 10? 10 laps to go right now at Phoenix.
Oh, Bell goes high.
Wait, hard down in the corner. Gragson has a bit of an advantage.
Down off the track, back up and on. Bell and Gragson side by side. Teammates.
Robin.
Sauter right there looking to take advantage. Still side by side. Noah Gragson inside. Christopher Bell outside.
Look at Johnny Sauter, and Justin Haley right there in 3rd and 4th.
Gragson got his first career win 2 weeks ago. Christopher Bell, a 5-time winner this season.
I don't see how those two can stay off each other racing that tight and that close. You can see Bell crowding down on Gragson, trying to squeeze him into the corner. And look who's sitting right there ready to pounce.
Johnny Sauter waiting for somebody to mess up between Bell and Gragson?
Absolutely.
Certainly has to be, considering how long these two can run that tight.
Oh, there he goes! Both of them into the wall.
Takes Justin Haley with him.
Guys, John Hunter Nemechek got through and will line up 2nd behind Johnny Sauter.
Nemechek still with an opportunity. And there he is. It seems so unlikely during the earlier laps in this race, but right now, John Hunter Nemechek is going to have a shot. As 21 of Johnny Sauter is going to be the leader.
A lot of damage on that Ford truck of Christopher Bell. He made some pretty significant contact with the outside safer barrier.
I think maybe Bell was a little bit ahead of Sauter, but look at all the damage. That tire is rubbing pretty severely. I don't think it matters if Christopher Bell's leader. I think he's going to have to pit.
And NASCAR is checking, and now they say that the 4 of Bell will be the leader.
I'm like Michael. I don't see him staying on the racetrack with all that damage. And what a tough break for Noah Gragson and Christopher Bell, for that matter. Both of them running such a great race.
Bell had led 88 laps. Gragson had led 55. They had been the 2 dominant drivers throughout the course of this race.
Justin Haley there had driven himself in contention for the win here.
He was right there with Johnny Sauter in that battle for third.
And you see the frustration of Noah Gragson, undoubtedly believing that he had a truck that was capable of winning this race tonight.
Didn't see any way, Phil, those 2 could race like that and not crash. It's just nearly impossible.
I don't know how they went around lap after lap side by side like that and didn't crash before. And once again, they're going to stop the trucks over in turn 3.
Just hate it for both of those young men, Noah Gragson and Christopher Bell. Both of them had trucks capable of winning. Both of them led a good part of this race. 88 laps for Christopher Bell, 55 laps for Noah Gragson.
When you're down on the bottom like that and the truck is very aggressively chasing you into the corner, trying to take some aerodynamics off of your truck, it's so hard to hang on to them. It doesn't matter if you're a young racer like Noah Gragson or the veteran Matt Crafton, who we saw in that same position just a couple years ago here.
Here they are side by side. Gragson there on the inside, and just, I don't know if there was contact that led to him getting around, and then Justin Haley had nowhere to go.
Wow, right in the door.
There had definitely been some contact between the 18 and the 4. Whether or not it directly led to the 18 taking a spin there, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from this angle.
As Michael said, you see Christopher Bell way down hugging that 18 truck, and it looks like it just got him loose, Michael. We see so many times that truck on the inside loses that air off the rear spoiler of that truck, and around he went. Christopher had nowhere to go. He had to give him room. He had to chase it up there. He made hard contact with the outside wall. And
look at John Hunter.
Yeah, some debris off, I think, off the 24 truck.
Bumper bars and everything
18.
Bouncing. There's another piece of a splitter or side skirt that John Hunter runs into. Taz Gralla also ran over that bumper bar that's laying in the middle of the racetrack.
John Hunter Nemechek able to get through and is now going to find himself in position to possibly win this race and clinch a spot in the Final Four next week at Homestead. And this is what Nemechek saw.
That's just good spotting, telling the driver exactly what those trucks were doing.
Yeah,
been up top,
on top of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, coming back down across, and John Hunter just did a nice job of slipping through. Vince, remember at the top
time tonight.
Remember at the top we talked about racing side by side. This place thinks it's a super speedway. It almost looks like an instant replay of what we saw just a couple years ago. Matt Crafton down on the bottom inside of Erik Jones, racing hard, trying to make the pass. They make contact, and the result was a big crash then as well.
We also talked about at the top of the show how aggressive John Hunter Nemechek has been trying to win races. We saw what happened in Montreal last year, in Toronto last year with he and Cole Custer. And he's going to line up here if Christopher Bell comes to pit road, which we think he probably will with all that damage. Then John Hunter Nemechek will be lining up right there alongside Johnny Sauter.
Again, just a reminder, if you're tuned into FS1 looking for the Washington-Stanford Pac-12 showdown, coming your way immediately following our telecast here from Phoenix. You can switch over to FS2 or watch it on the app FS Go. Keep an eye on the Huskies and the Cardinal. But it has been quite a dramatic evening here in Phoenix. Red for the third time. We had, of course, the incident involving Austin Cindric and Ben Rhodes, as those two were battling for that fourth and final spot in the championship 4 next week at Homestead, Miami. And then when they got together and Rhodes was knocked out of the race, you thought, well, Cindric is going to be the one, because John Hunter Nemechek just hadn't had the truck that we felt was capable of being in position to win the race tonight. And all of a sudden now